Is it now the best time to change your Swiss francs into euros or not? Is it better just to wait another bit? Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Marco Dall'Asta here at moneyswap.com. Welcome to this latest episode of Currency Watch. Today, we will check in on the latest news regarding the Swiss franc to euros exchange rate. First of all, I would like to show you just a bit a new feature of our website, and I'm sharing the screen right now so that you will be able to see it. And it's a new pricing model that we introduced since 3 weeks, no more than that. And you will see that despite still having the best exchange rate in Switzerland, we are able to offer a discount directly to the customer that change bigger amounts. And we see it here. If you do change 100 francs, the exchange rate that we will use is 1.0693 in this moment, of course. Go to 1,000 and you will see that it will, voila, it will change in order to show you a better price. Go to 2,000, 123, and you will see that it goes up by 1 pip. Go to 5,000 and it will go up even further. Go to bigger amounts, let's say 50,000, and you will see a better exchange rate. This is done just so that every customer from the smallest to the biggest get the best exchange rate that they can get without having the hustle of calling us or pricing up something on the phone or asking for a discount. Everything is already there, and you will get the most out of your money straight forward without having to do any extra step. So today, passing on our analysis, we use, as always, our terminal forecaster. This is the last month. What did we tell you in the last episode? You can see it even in the thumbnail of our video heading further down. And yes, it is exactly what had happened. So this is the last month from the francs to euros exchange rate. We passed from 1.8 down to a 1.6 something. And yesterday we did have a spike, which we will talk about later. So we were right in this case. We really do hope that you watched and listened to our last episode. And now let's widen up a bit. So we are still here. So we are in a moment in which the franc is still a bit lower compared to the all-time high. And we had a summer of going down. You can see it here. Starting from June, we are in a constant descent. This is basically a reverse reaction, can we say, to what the banks are doing. So you see that the European Central Bank has raised in the last month the the rates of lending money, and these make the euro more attractive to people because, of course, it gives you more money in the long term and by interest, while the Swiss National Bank stayed on to the same level of zero. So for foreign investors and people who want to put some credit into their money, is the euro uh, a better acquiring opportunity than the franc at the moment. We can also see it here in the forecast AI agent. It's the sum up of what we have seen as of mid-August, has demonstrated a clear upward trend for the euro to franc. So exactly the opposite of what we are looking at francs euros. When euro to franc goes up, of course, francs to euros goes down. And this is exactly what we were talking about. The European Central Bank hike the rates while the Swiss National Bank goes down. And we can see it here compared to the peak of zero point 0.9. That means on the franc euro side 1.1, 1.11. We had a gain of 347 euros a month on a 5,000 salary, while today we have like half or less than half of what we used to have back in March when we had the all-time high. So going on with the analysis today, I want to show you the COT report. COT report is the commitments of trader report. If you did follow the last episode, you already know that it's a document that gets published each week from the US, that is the commodity of treasures, where we see the positioning of some institutionals or big actors in the exchange market. And we take, in this case, the asset managers or institutionals. These are pension funds, insurance funds, and people who look at security over yield, and most especially in the long run. And what do we see? We take the 1 year chart. In red, we do have the positioning of these managers, of these asset managers, sorry, in comparison to the price of the franc. So we see that since the spike and the all-time high that we had in March, these institutional managers have continuously bought some francs. This is because they do rely on the franc to deliver in the long run, and they do not really care for the short run. So in 12 to 24 months, they expect the franc to be better off than when they bought it. And so they're looking for security. They're looking for a secure, smaller yield compared to a short-term, more profitable investment. This can be seen even in the 3 years chart. We just see it condensed up here compared to the last period where they sold a bit more. We see that now here they are stacking up and stacking up even more when the price is going down. So for the long run, we do think that the franc will stay a good buying opportunity, and it's common sense and a good idea in this case to hold if you do have the chance in the long run, because now the rate is not the greatest we have seen lately. Talking about the short run, we go on to the seasonality, another feature of forecaster that it's really interesting. In this case, I did take 1 month, more or less, moving, well, it's one day more than 1 month if you see it here, but we can go a bit further or longer if you want. Voila, to stay on the month exactly. And we see that we do have a correlation that is very, very clear with 2017. That means that when the exchange rate from francs to euros has moved in the years like in 2017, and we are going more or less in the same direction with some differences, but with a 93% correlation. What happened in September 2017? The rate went down, and it went down, and we can see it here, by 1%, 1.1% in the same period that we are analyzing right now. So, of course, this is not 100% certain, but in the statistics, we do have a chance of a slight uh, of the franc going down again a bit more against the euros. We also see it here. Down here, we do have the seasonality rate for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And we look at the 10 as an example, and we see that in September, we do have a 56% downward trend. In the 15 years, it's a 50-50. In the 20, it's a 53% downward trend. That means that we do expect in the short term the franc to lose a bit more. So if you do have necessities to change your francs, do it now, even because, as I said before, we are looking on a huge spike, huge 1% spike that passed yesterday. And we did give the chance to our customers and to the people who subscribed for our notification system to change 1% better just yesterday. How do you register? Like when you visit moneyswap.com, you just have to go right onto the footer. So go down, and you do have the euro to francs email notice or the francs to euros email notice. In this case, we take the franc to euros. You open here the page, and it's a very clear and simple process. You just give us your email, you accept the term and condition, you do the I'm not a robot captcha, and you receive a notification where when the rate get interesting for francs against euros. Of course, you can do the other way around if you do want, for euros and francs. So this is a service that we do for free. We give it for free to our customers and to the people who are registered, and even to the people who register for our webinars. So to sum up, we do believe, and let's take again the rate for 5 or 10 years, but it's clear that in the long run, we still do believe here at MoneySwap that the Swiss franc will gain some power against the euros. But as I said, in the short term, if you do have the necessity of change right now, do it, because this spike is not something that you see every day. And as you see, you have to go back almost 2 weeks, well, almost 3 weeks to see such a level. So if you do need to change 1,000 francs, 2,000 francs, or any amount that you really need in the next days, do it right now. Instead, if you do have the chance of waiting up, you can do so and wait for a better rate. I just take one last minute to remember that you do have on our website in your private area the opportunity of getting 25 euros as a gift by sharing the invite link with your friends or with your colleagues or with people that you know will need such a service. You can do it directly here by copy or Facebook, X, WhatsApp, Telegram, or email. It's all right there for you to share. So let's come back here up to now. Thank you very much for your time and your attention. If you do have any questions, please feel free to contact us. We are available every day of the week, 9 up to 18, telephone, WhatsApp, or email. And welcome again to Currency Watch. I really do hope you enjoyed this session. Can't wait for the next one, and see you soon on moneyswap.com.